Thorpe, and I'm your host today. And today we have Stephanie from Rocketspark here with us. And we're going to be talking about the 8 secrets to e-commerce success. So, most of our folks that are in tune with us here at Digital Boost are in e-com and in the service industry. So this is a great session for all of our users out there that this applies to. Now, I do want to open it up that if you'd like to get your questions answered by Stephanie, do you want Steph or Stephanie today?
Steph will be good, yeah.
Okay, bye, Steph. Drop your questions into the comment section, Q&A function, or the chat function, depending on what platform you are streaming from. At the end of this session, I'm going to remind you about the comp that we're running, so stay tuned. If you don't know about it, hang out to the end, and I'll fill you in. But without further ado, thanks, Steph, for joining us here today. We always get so much good value out of your sessions, so looking forward to all of the stuff that you have in store for us today.
Cool. Thank you so much for the introduction. Yeah, I'm really excited to be letting you guys know a little bit more about this and the secrets to e-commerce success. So yeah, these are just a couple of things that we have noticed as different businesses have come through. So it's really exciting to see what kind of trends there are out there and what's working for people. Obviously for different businesses and different markets, it's going to be different, but yeah, it's cool to see what kind of trends are showing up. So I'll be going through a couple of those with you today.
It's the ever-changing market, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keeps us on our toes. Yeah. So, okay, I'll drop off and let you get going.
Awesome. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Cool. A little something I prepared earlier.
Ooh.
Cool. So we've got our essentials for e-commerce for success. So what we know is that e-commerce is big. It's going to be one of those ever-changing kind of markets. It continues to grow. Most people are doing their shopping online now, especially in the kind of situations that we're in at the moment. And it's also really exciting to see what kind of trends there are for people using, say, their mobile to make purchases versus their desktop. So what we've noticed is that a lot of people are going and accessing from their phones to make smaller purchases and purchases up to around $200. But as soon as you go over that, you do start to see that people might go back to their browser a couple of times. They might go onto their desktop to be able to make these purchases because it is a little bit more higher risk, larger value kind of item. So the way they purchase it will be different. And even going into store as well, you may go and view it a few times online before actually going into the store to go and make the final purchase, just because you want to make sure that you are buying the right kind of product if it's larger value. Cool. So yeah, we like to call this here at Rocketspark, our e-commerce secret sauce. So there's so many different ingredients that we're going to be chucking in here that will go and show the kind of results that you're looking for, what goes into a good sauce, lots of different things. So first of all, we're going to be looking at building a community. So we've seen so much value in building communities, especially our larger e-commerce stores that have come through. Even if you're not an e-commerce store, it's awesome to go and try and build that community. It's not just about acquiring new customers, but it's about going and retaining the ones you currently have, because that's going to be a lot more value to you. You're going to be able to create that community and grow that community as they'll be able to start talking to more people and really showing that value. So yeah, we do have a couple of examples here. So a couple of ways that you can go and build your community is by making sure that you're regularly posting on social and making sure that you've got people before product. For example, here we've got a lovely couple of examples here where the actual products that they have are these lovely wooden toys, but they've got people in it. They've got real cute kids going and marketing the product, and it really plays on those kind of emotional strings and gives you more of a connection to the people that you're buying from, which is really important. Another really cool thing to be able to do is to be able to have private Facebook groups. So it's so lovely to be able to have your main business page, but if you had a private Facebook group, which is just based around the people that love your product, they may want to go and have a little area where they can go and exchange different ideas and different workarounds and bits like that. And also have brand ambassadors. So you may have, a couple clients which absolutely love your product. Hold on to those ones and make sure that you're looking after them as well, because they're going to be your brand ambassadors. I know with us, we've got our design partners, which are one of our main brand ambassadors as well. They are some of our number one supporters along with our DIY. But what they'll do is they use the website builder day on, day off, and they love it, and so they tell others as well. So that's extremely valuable. You want to be doing some regular email marketing, but without so much of a salesy approach. You may just want to have more of a community vibe, maybe just a catch up or just letting them know that you've got new products. So while you want them to be regular, you don't want them to be too regular where it's just going to be filling out people's inboxes. You want to be making sure that in these emails as well that you're sending out, that they are high value, that they're not just being sent out for the sake of sending out an email. You do want to make sure that the information there is highly valuable to your customers. Giveaways is really cool as well. So this is a normal kind of tactic for people. Not so much for sales, but to build a community. So this may just be a part of the community there, and it will create really cool kind of events where people can be build that community and talk to others about it. It'll be a good vibe because the winners especially will be like, oh, this is what I've won and this is the product that I've got. As we've got on here as well, the cute kids really show a sense of community here and does play on that heartstrings, on those heartstrings. Another way we can do this is customer accounts. So most of you that are online, you'll be able to access these customer accounts where you will be able to go and see your different customers that you have, when they last ordered with you, the total spend that they made, and over how many orders as well. And so you can go and start to track people and their spend kind of habits, and you can see who of these people are your reoccurring customers and your high value customers as well. You might look at different ways that you can go and reward them, you can see these people that are going to be a part of the core community that you've created. Cool. So this is a little while ago now, but I will be working on getting some updated kind of key figures that we've got here. But the subscription e-commerce market has grown by more than 100% a year over the past 5 years. And what we're seeing is that it's continuing to happen as well. So having those subscriptions there, it continues to grow and really shows the value in there. So it's really important to try and retain those customers that you already have. And it gives you a chance as well to do some testing and get some really valuable feedback as well from these high value customers that are part of your community. What do they want to see? What are they wanting? Make sure to take all of these insights in, as at the end of the day, they are your customer. You do want to be looking after them. Cool. So this is another example as well of going and building a community. So we've got this customer here. Just on that main page, you've got a really kind of community vibe. You've got your family all out there going and picking some veggies. And they've also got this note here saying, sorry, due to high demand, we're only able to offer set boxes at this time, no customized orders. And yeah, that really does show that there is a demand for these kind of products. There's a community around there and they're all wanting to jump in. But it still goes and shows that they can do customized orders at some times. Again, yeah, another one of our customers, creating this kind of community feel, free to roam 365 days a year. So this company is called Circular Eggs, and it's a really cool company. You can go and grab your eggs on subscription, so they'll come and drop them off to you either weekly or bi-weekly. And yeah, they've got a really cool kind of community going, where they do have these reoccurring customers. It's subscription based, so yeah, people are going to be constantly coming through there. And as this is a small business as well, the actual owner that also does the deliveries, what they're finding is they know all of their customers first name basis. And that's extremely valuable because not only are they customers now, they're also yeah, becoming friends, and that's really exciting to see, especially for a small business, to know that you've got that kind of backing. So building that community is huge. They've got a whole section up here as well that goes and shows about the community, which is really cool, and it's a whole page dedicated to just the community and what's on. Cool. We've also got these other ones as well, so you can go and buy on subscription as well. This is a good way to go and grow your community, as these people are going to be repeat customers. If you're noticing that they're on subscription, they're most likely going to be a high value customer. So yeah, it's one that you may want to go and look after, and go and check that out. An exercise that would be good for you to go and do after in the next couple of days is to go and review your current community. Who's a part of it? Who are those high value customers? And yeah, you may even want to go through and reward those customers and just check it out. Maybe go and tailor some things especially for them. Brainstorm different ways that you can go and build this community. There's so many different options here, and yeah, it's not kind of a one answer, one block fix them all. So you want to go and look at those different ones that you have, based on your yeah, based on what you've got. Ooh, I'm just going to close that off. Oh,
Look, it wouldn't be, a session if we didn't get to experience a certain tech problem.
yeah.
Yeah, no, look, that's all just, we're all good. There we go.
Okay. Just gonna go.
Well, you sort that out. I'm gonna tell everybody about the competition that's happening right now. So you could win a Microsoft Surface Pro, a $5,000 consulting package with K&J Growth, who have worked with big organizations like TikTok and Monster Energy, and they'll help you with your social media strategy, and a $5,000 consultation package with Digital Boost, where you work with our team. We will sort out your online presence, your copywriting, your SEO, and all of that, and get you to shine online. So to get involved, if you're tuning in, you can register to digitalboost.co.nz. If you're already registered, the only thing you need to do to be in the draw, as well as registering, of course, for those who haven't already, have been a bit cheeky, is to watch 5 short tutorial videos on site, and you'll go into the draw.
Cool. That sounds really exciting. Yeah, I saw some pop-ups about that and I'm like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's a good package. It's a really good package. You can win. And so if you're already registered, you still get to enter.
Yeah.
How do you know you've entered? So you enter if that we are tracking, I guess, like the videos that are being watched, and the winner will be, you'll be able to see. So just watch at least 5 short tutorials. So those are our bite-sized video, how to learn about videos on site. So if you only tune in on our social media channels, we have all these bite-sized bits of content that you can have a look at. And so watch 5 of those, and yeah, we will flag you as being an entrant into the comp.
Yeah,
Now,
5 or more videos, right? You can watch as
5 or
many as you want.
more. Consume as many as you can. Yeah. All right. How are you
Cool.
going? Is you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all back up.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Thanks. So I need to finish 14. Yes, you do, Dean. 14, 20. Make it a even, 14. That's like a baker's dozen, I
Yeah.
think. Good on you.
Cool. So yeah, back to this one. A couple exercises is to go through and yeah, really have a look at your current community that you have, and different ways that you can go and build this, as they're going to be your high value customers that are coming back all the time. So yeah, make sure to look after them. Our second pillar that we're going to be looking at here is SEO basics. So yeah, while you might have a great community, another key thing that you should be doing is making sure that you're optimized for for Google, for different search engines. So just a couple different things that we've found here. So my coffee capsules, I found you online, and I read the search engine optimization guide that you've written, and I basically did everything that it told me to do, and some other things as well. So yeah, with us we do have a link there as well that will go and show you our search engine optimization guide. It's just a couple things that you should go and consider. Especially looking at Google, there are so many different components that you need to go and add in to make sure that your site's going to be ranking well, that it's ranking well for the right kind of tags as well. So for example, for my coffee capsules, it's you wouldn't want to go and put in a random kind of tag in there saying we are ballerinas. So yeah, making sure that you've got those right kind of tags in there, that you've got lots of content on your site as well. So yeah, that's one of the main things that Google is going to need, is that you need to go and chuck in a lot of content. Not only content that Google can read that's going to be keyword heavy, but also content that's going to make sense for your customers that are coming through. So when they actually reach the page, that they're going to be able to read it and have a nice time as well, being able to read through it all. Another part of it as well is going and setting up different landing pages. So yeah, with Nothing Naughty, they have set up different landing pages for all of the products, so that if you go and search for different Nothing Naughty products, those landing pages will show up in search results. And this is because they've got dedicated landing pages that have keywords all about that specific product, and it does help them rank higher and also have more hits on Google as well. So they have more chance of going and showing up there and ranking really well. So here's just a quick snippet as well. So these are our content achievements. This is a little bit outdated as well, but yeah, it will just go and show the different parts here. So these are a couple of our blogs that we have written. So the importance of a logo for your business. Why do you need one? Read more. So what we've done here is we've got a lot of different blog posts that we've written, and these are all written in the kind of format where it's a question. These are what people are going to be jumping in and searching up. So yeah, why do I need a business? How important is line length for great web design? These are all things that get searched very often. So we've written these different blog posts. They're all their own separate blog posts as well. So yeah, it gives us a couple more hits there. And even these kind of ones as well. So having location specific. So we've got different landing pages for each of our different areas. I know that one of the stories that we often tell is that, yeah, we go and set up web design for different areas such as Wanaka. And we had a lovely design partner that came through, and she ended up getting in touch with us, just because every time she tried to go and search up herself, we were coming up for her, yet she was a web designer in Wanaka. And so what we found was that, she got in contact with us, and she was actually a perfect fit for becoming a part of our kind of ecosystem that we have, and she became one of our partners as well. But yeah, she was quite confused as to who these people were that kept on popping up. And after a while, she just decided to click on it. So that was one of our click-throughs, which was great. A couple more as well. So looking at this, how many people have clicked on it, and versus like these other ones as well. The importance of blogging as well. So a really cool example of this was Pure and Wholesome. So what they did is they went and set up separate pages, especially for Nature's Miracle pet cleaning. And what they found is that, right here, they are showing up at the top as well, because they created one of these blogs. And yeah, they're right up here by the different products as well. Um, and yeah, when people go and search in different topics, such as which Nature's Miracle products, which is something that you would go and search up sometimes if you're looking for, what kind of one you should be using. We found that Pure and Wholesome showed up first because they had written some really great blog content, which had all the different keywords in there, and it was basically like a landing page. And what we've found is that they've actually shown up before Nature's Miracle, their actual website. So that's really cool to see. Just the value of going and writing good content and putting it online. Cool, we've got landing pages as well. So this is an example of Pure and Wholesome again. They created a landing page especially for the Furminator, the de-shedding and grooming products. So they went and created this awesome little page with just enough information in here that it was actually showing up when people went and looked for Furminator. So that's not one of their products, but since they've written information about it, they were ranking quite highly in Google. So what you might want to look at as an exercise in your free time is to go and create those different landing pages for each of your products. So yeah, that just goes and helps give Google more content to be able to read. And it also gives you just a nice place to have a landing spot there if people want to read more about a specific product. It also gives you a nice opportunity as well to go and lay it out really beautifully. Like these guys, they've got a lovely photo of a very cute puppy, all outlined in all of the fluff that's come off the dog. And to also look at a couple of these blog topics as well that you want to be looking at. So for example, what's something that relates to your business that people are going to be asking a lot about? And yeah, in the end of the day, this is one of your businesses, so you are an expert in the product. So feel free to go and write some information about it. If there's information in your head that you are thinking, oh, I repeat this quite often actually, this is something that I tell people about a lot, go and write a blog article for it or create a lovely little landing page or something. This will help you to be able to link other people to it. So if you've explained it to someone, you might want to still link it to them. Let them know if you want to read a bit more about it, you can. This is where the information is. And yeah, you might be able to start seeing those come through, people just going and typing that question into Google so that they'll start popping up. Number 3 is email marketing. So yeah, one of the things that you want to do is go and have an email sign up integrated at checkout. So this just makes it easy for customers to be able to go and tick they want to become part of the mailing list. And again, this will help you to go and grow your own email marketing lists and your community as well. So this is just a little example of, for Rocketspark website sign up. These are all people that have opted into the list as well. So yeah, this is something that we tested and we saw, a steady incline of people going and signing up and opting into the mailing list as well. Some really cool insights from, this is from MailChimp. So this looks at a couple of their highest ranking things. So having an abandoned cart series set up is 36.9 times more likely for the person to come back and give you that big sale boost as well. So an abandoned cart series, that is a series of different emails that will automatically be sent out to your customer saying, hey, I noticed that you had left something in your cart. And then maybe a couple weeks later, have you forgotten about this? It might just go and prompt them to come back. Obviously, you don't want to be going and adding too many in there where, they'll be overwhelmed with all these emails. It can come off quite spammy. So as long as you are setting up a series that is helpful to the customer, you may even look at, hey, would love to see you come back again. Here's a 10% discount, and that'll just help them get over the line. And this is compared to an abandoned cart email. So this is just one email rather than a series. So even just enabling that at your checkout, most like website builders and e-commerce providers, you'll be able to automatically enable this one to be integrated with your email marketing platform. So even just having one abandoned cart email set up, being like, hey, have you forgotten something? That's hugely valuable for your customer. Cool, so you'll just want to set this one up. You can go and connect to MailChimp and MailChimp e-commerce, and you should be able to just go and easily set up abandoned carts as well. Depending on who you're with as well, there are a couple different options. So you can go and look at who you're currently with and set that up. I'm sure they'll have a lot of great solutions there. Cool. So this is just a couple more things from MailChimp. So 69% average cart abandonment. So it's really important to try and pick up on that percentage to make sure that, you can get them back. Because at the end of the day, that's a sale and it may be a product that your customer needs. Maybe they had become distracted. So always just double checking. And even just having that one email there would be a great start. I mean, they've already got through to the cart and they've filled out all of their details, and for some reason they haven't checked out. So always good to double check on that. It may be something to do with shipping, but just always double checking that. There may be a reason. They may just need to get that extra prompt to make that purchase. And having a welcome email as well is another cool way to go and bring them in. So once they've made their first order, what you can do is go and set up some cool welcome emails because it is cheaper to retain your customers than acquire, which again boosts that need for creating a community of high value customers. And to also go and encourage repeat purchases. So Pure and Wholesome again, I love all of their kind of marketing. They've always got really cute animals on it. So hello friend, we're so glad to meet you. Here's $10 off your next order. So that'll go and help them to come back again and go and make that next order and become a part of the community. They've had this really cool welcoming and hopefully they feel like a valued customer. This one might be after you've had that first order. You might want to go and encourage that repeat purchase. We miss you so much. Come hang out with us. But you'd want to make sure that this is quite a bit further on than that initial email that you've sent. Especially depending on the kind of market that you have, the kind of product that you have. are they products that are going to be needing repeat purchases? So yeah, if you've got a product that you know the kind of lifetime, or if it's consumable, how long does it usually take someone? You may want to just prompt them after that kind of time frame and just let them know, hey, we miss you so much, come hang out. Have you, just a like reminder or something like that as well is a cool way to do it. And yeah, for example, when you're getting your like wafts or services for your car, you do become a part of their mailing lists as well, where they'll go and let you know, it's a month until you need to get your waft, come and get in touch with us. So that's a cool way to do it. And set up that email marketing to prompt people, and yeah, let them know that you're thinking about them as well. Number 4, we want to be testing and learning as well. So this is one of the great parts about having your own business, is that yeah, you can start to look at these things. You want to go and test and learn from those tests as well. So not just going and putting all of your eggs in one basket, I guess. You want to try different things, see what works, see what doesn't. Um, some things do cost more than others, so making sure that you're weighing these up and that you've got the best option for you. For example, yeah, we've got this, the Furminator, which is a fur brush. So yeah, they've got their ad that shows at the very top here. And I think that's, yeah, that's through Pure and Wholesome. So that's, you can see that their ad's there. And they show up right underneath these listings. So that can be quite valuable for them. But yeah, again, that's using Google Ads that is going to cost you a bit of money. So yeah, having a look at what your other options are. We've got work from home desks is another one. So you guys might be quite familiar with this company. They did really well, especially starting up when COVID first hit. A lot of people needed to start working from home. So this was a great solution. This is one thing that they've tried. Yeah, the free shipping. So they tried this on a couple of their products just to test and see, had sales boosted from that? What was the cost of adding in this free shipping compared to if they didn't? How many extra sales did they get? And trying to just learn from those kind of changes that they made. So it's really important to make sure that you are tracking if you're adding in different things. And yeah, just letting them know as well, these are limited quantities. So this is with the free shipping, creating that kind of urgency so that people can go and purchase these products. We've got another example here. So yeah, this one is New Zealand made, and really cool to see. They did the behind the scenes as well, of yeah, the photo shoots. And so this was just something else that they had tried, trying different ways, and also different ways to go and capture the product. So yeah, having the full-on lighting set up, that background, having everything there, testing that compared to how they had previously done it. Cool. So this is a really cool thing that I would like you guys to go home and do, is to do these exercises. So first of all, if you haven't, making sure that you've set up your e-commerce tracking. So that's using the different Google suites that you've got there, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Merchant. There's quite a few of them, and it can be sometimes quite overwhelming, but well worth actually doing it. Seeing how people go and interact with your products, with your website, and what ads are working, what isn't, just so that you can make sure that you're tailoring it for your kind of community and your customers. And also Google Search Console. This is always something that I get all of our customers to go and set up, making sure that they are a part of Google Search Console so that they can go and submit their websites to Google. And what that'll do is that'll get Google to crawl their website, so look at all the information, so that can help Google to go and index your site. This is especially helpful if you've made some changes, so that Google will go and crawl your site and your new information will start showing up in Google. And hopefully you'll start to rank a bit better if that's what you're trying to do. So yeah, definitely well worth, and that's what I recommend to everyone that comes through. Number 5, bringing in the experts. So yeah, for a lot of small businesses, you'll feel that a lot of the things that you'll be wanting to do yourself, but when it comes to web, if it's something you're not so familiar with, and if it's something that can be a bit daunting sometimes, don't be afraid to go and bring in the experts. So yeah, they're the experts for a reason, and they'll go and help you, and they may even teach you a thing or two as well, so that you can start picking it up from there. But going and bringing the experts in is, yeah, highly recommended, especially if you want to take your website to the next level, which is why I think, yeah, having Digital Boost is great, because they've got so many different snippets there, and so much expertise from so many different people. Go and check it out, and yeah, take it all in, and learn from it all. So this was Xenia. So this was the clothing company. Just a little snippet by then. Realizing that we don't need to be experts at everything has been good for us. You try to save costs everywhere you can, but at some point you need to sit down and learn how to make something like AdWorks effective, or you suck it up and pay someone else to help you. Um, so yeah, this is huge for us. I know that we constantly get customers coming through with really difficult questions about going and setting up everything to do with AdWords, making sure that it's effective, because yeah, you will be able to go and set it up, but yeah, making sure that you do have an effective campaign set up is huge, and making sure that you're targeting the right kind of people, and having that really high value kind of campaign coming through, without going and spending megabucks is, yeah, it would be better off for you to go and have a good campaign that's set up by someone that's really involved with it, and that's their kind of expertise. And it may help save some money and make you a lot more in the long run. So always a good one to check out. Another one for Nothing Naughty. So when we started using Facebook for advertising is what really changed it for us. We use an agency. Monthly, we create a campaign in conjunction with them. So this is really cool. Yeah, another section of it is using Facebook advertising. So they just go through an agency that helps set it all up. And so they don't have to think about all the admin details, and making sure that it's optimized for the different people that they're wanting. So yeah, they can just use an agency. And yeah, if you do have the means to be able to do this, I'd highly recommend it. Number 6, so using a buy now, pay later. So this is really cool to see. The kind of uptake that we saw after people added in lay-by and afterpay. So what we found is that their sales increased by quite a bit, especially for those higher value items. So more people were being able to go and purchase through their store. It made it a lot more accessible for them. And yeah, they saw their sales kind of skyrocket. And yeah, while lay-by and afterpay, they do take a little bit more. So there was a higher cost of going and running those kind of payment gateways. What they found was that, yeah, it was all offset by the amount of sales that they ended up making. So in the end, it ended up being a higher value kind of item for them. And just making it more accessible for your customers is a really cool way to be able to do this. And yeah, for a lot of you guys as well, you may be small businesses, taking a lot of the admin and everything on to yourself. So I highly recommend going and creating more time for yourself to go and spend on things that are worthwhile for you by going and harnessing these add-ons. So I know that even with us, we use a huge array of different add-ons. Zendesk, Asana, and a whole lot of different other ones as well, that just make our lives a lot easier, and we can spend more time on our customers, on our product, and other bits and pieces. So a couple of the ones that we use or that we offer is using Xero. So yeah, having that accounting side of it all set up, you don't have to go through using spreadsheets, going and trying to track everything. You can easily use Xero, or there's other ones out there as well. So having a look at what one works for you. As an e-commerce business, you'll know that inventory management is huge. One of the ones that we recommend is Vend. So they do also have your retail point of sale, and you can also have that website integration for online e-commerce as well. But yeah, it's really cool to see because that way you can manage it all in one place, and that'll be for your online store and your like brick and mortar store as well. And it's all just controlled in one place so that you don't have to constantly keep going through both of them and looking at your stock takes. You can just do one stock take that'll be for through Vend, which is really nice. Yeah, we've got our ebook as well. So our ebook, it will just go through a whole lot of the different things that we've talked about. Um, Building a website click by click. We've got a huge part in it as well that goes and covers over the e-commerce side of it. So what things are you needing to do to go and set up your e-commerce, and just looking at these kind of key things that you need to be looking at. Cool. So yeah, with this, if there's any questions, I've left a bit of time at the end. I saw that there was a couple questions coming through.
There are. Fantastic. Thanks, Steph. That was wonderful. We have had some questions coming through, and there was somebody who had raised their hand. So if you raised your hand, if you could just drop your question in the chat function or the Q&A function, we'd love to hear from you and get your question answered. And if you're tuning with us on social media, haven't seen any questions pop through there, but I do see you attending and watching. Do feel free to drop your questions in there. I will jump back and forth and grab them and pull them into Zoom. So the question here is there how do you get different landing pages? And there's a second question that collates with this, which is it the same as collection pages? Now, I've never heard of a collection page, so maybe you can explain that to me and anybody else here who doesn't know what that is. And then how do you create different landing pages? That would be great questions, by the way.
Yeah. Cool. So I'll start with the landing pages side of it. So landing pages, depending on who you're with, so you should just be able to go and add new pages to your website. So with Rocketspark, you'd go through manage pages, and then there's just a button that says add page. So that's where you'd be able to create it, start adding in all of your information about that product, and yeah, go and set it live when you're ready. But yeah, it should be the same with other website builders as well, where you can just go and add in new pages as you need, depending on the kind of plan you're on. You may be on a one-page plan, where this may be a bit trickier. You may need to go and upgrade for that.
Quick question about that. So like a landing page definitely is like kind of like your home page. Is there a way to have more than one of those? And I guess one reason why you might want to do that is if you had ads that you were running or something like that. I'm just trying to spitball here and figure out why you would have. Is there any difference to that? Or is that something that you're just doing by pulling the links to those pages into the place where you're, I guess, sending the information out from?
Yeah, so
Sorry.
yeah, with landing pages, I guess for us, what we would go and recommend people to do is to have them as they don't need to be linked anywhere, to be honest. You can have them linked to different parts of your website, but it doesn't need to be in your like menu or anything like that. You can just have that the landing pages online, but yeah, not linked anywhere, and that way Google will still go and read it, so it'll read all the information on it, and it will still be a part of your website as well. But yeah, with the collection page as well.
Yeah, you can see
Um,
that coming through
yeah,
there. Yeah, a
I can,
collection page is like a home page for specific products. Thank you.
yeah.
Thanks, Sharon.
So this is very similar. So with collection pages, that's more looking at, that whole kind of, collection and different products that are in it. So as long as you've got lots of information in there, that is a good way of having a landing page, because that's where they'll go and check out all that information about a specific collection. As long as you've got a lot of text on that as well, is something that I would recommend. So just talk a little bit more about what the collection is about. The different bits and pieces of it as well. But it would be the same kind of thing, because that's where all of the products are sitting within it. But even if you do have a couple of products that get purchased a lot more, you might want to go and set up their own separate landing pages just for that, so that a lot of people will be able to come to your store just from a Google search that way.
Okay. So is a landing page something that you create but don't have it available to click on anywhere? Oh, okay. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So that is what a landing page is. So you won't be able to click on it anywhere within your website, but you will be able to click on it from Google. So that's the main reason of setting up these landing pages, is so that it's kind of a funnel to bring people into your website. So it will come up on Google, and from there it'll go and take them into your website. And from there, they'll be able to go and look at other sections of your website and make purchases, and interact with your business like that.
Okay, great. We might have to do some little showcase on looking at things like this so that we can visualize what we're talking about as well, because I think that's quite helpful when you get quite in depth. So let me know, folks, if you're really interested in going into a little bit more depth about seeing the different kinds of pages and how that, okay, yeah. So maybe, because I know that Steph and I have some more sessions set up, and perhaps, we will work on making one of those sessions this content. So that would be really good. Yeah. Fantastic. Because I know that there's lots of different ways you can use these landing pages for marketing purposes. Yeah, going more in depth would be awesome. Fantastic. Yes, please. Okay. All right. Well, good. This helps us. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and now we've opened up this can of worms. We will get into it deeper on a different session so that we can really have a visual. Because I think, a lot of times just talking about things that we don't know about, we could really use a visual aid in order to see how that all pans out. Now, what I will do is I'm just going to jump. Here I am jumping from page to page. Thank you for explaining. Extremely overwhelming e-commerce takes it task in easy language. You are very welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in on one of our other channels. And I actually have dropped in on the social media channels, and what I can do is drop in on here. You mentioned a number of tools, apps that you use: Vend, Asana, Zendesk, and was there another one? I think that might have been it. I'm sure.
Starship It. Oh, I don't think I mentioned that one, but yeah.
What was the other one?
Starship It. I've got a quick example as well, if you don't mind, of a landing page that I'd be able to show you.
That would be great. Thank you very much. And we will set up that session for y'all that have
Cool.
chimed in there.
Yeah, so this would be kind of an example.
Can you make that bigger?
Is that?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Can you take it up to like 125 at least? Or 150? Yeah, that's
Sweet.
Yeah, actually. I think that's big enough for us, and we got it. Okay.
Yeah, so for example, with this one, I've typed in Rocketspark and Starship It. So this is one of our people that we work with as well. So what we've done is Starship It has set up a landing page, and we have as well. So what we can do is go into the page and it's all about just Rocketspark and Starship It, how the connection works, and more information about both of us together. So that's the way a kind of landing page would work, as we're a partner with them. And it works the other way around with, we've set up a landing page connected to Starship It. So either way, they're linked, but it's not one of our main pages that we have on there. But if someone was to go and type in a question such as, does Rocketspark and Starship It integrate? This is what they'll come up with. There's actually two different options. And yeah, these other ones below it as well. But it just gives us more of an option there to be able to go and rank higher on Google, which is why you would want to go and set up these specific landing pages with different areas.
Oh, so it's kind of a hidden page on your website that you land on if you've searched for it. But if you were to go to Rocketspark, you wouldn't find this page.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Love it. Yeah, we'll go into depth on this a little bit more because there could be some really great uses for this. I can see. Yeah, and I think that that's kind of, if you've got more questions, type them in now before we let Steph go, because I don't want to let her go if you've got more questions. But yeah, do let us know. It looks like we're pretty good on all fronts.
Cool.
So yeah, I want to thank you again, Steph, for coming on and enlightening us on these 8 secrets to e-commerce success.
Yeah. I noticed that there was 7 on there, but I guess the 8th one would be, yeah, your business and your company, your product as well. You've got to have a good product to go and start with, so that'll be the 8th secret.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining us. I'm looking forward to our future session. We will set up that session, so keep a look out on the RSVP page for our events on digitalboost.co.nz. Remember, if you are tuning in via our social media channels and you haven't registered to Digital Boost, you're cheeky. And you should, because you miss out on great offers from folks like Rocketspark. And there's other content on there of different various lengths, and which could fit with your time that you have each week, so you can continue your learnings. And don't forget, we've got the Digital Boost Live app where you can access all of these learnings plus podcasts. So do check those out if you want to learn on the go. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate all your comments and engagement in this session. It makes the sessions rich with flavor. Thanks, Steph.
Cool. Thank you so much.